The 2023 Subaru Outback is available for a base price of $27,645 and comes with a few changes from the 2022 model. Offered in 8 trim configurations, the Outback is a versatile midsize crossover offering impressive space and features along with loads of standard equipment. Its infotainment is pretty massive and is one of the better. The only change for this 2023 model includes subtle upgrades to the front fascia and improved cameras. So let's take a look at 10 things you need to know before buying the 2023 Subaru Outback. All the generations of Subaru Outback were excellent in cabin space and cargo capacity, and the same holds for the 2023 Outback. The front seats are very supportive and offer the best in class headroom, legroom, and shoulder room. The seats come covered in leather or cloth, and all the basic features like dual-zone climate control and heated and ventilated seats improve the comfort even further. Being a comprehensive car, we also love the spacious rear seat, which can easily accommodate 3 adults comfortably. The seats offer more than enough underthigh support, and the transmission tunnel is on the smaller side. Even though the rear seats feel slightly upright compared to the rivals, it is not all that bad. The headroom and legroom are superb. Open the trunk, and you will be met with a reasonably large 32.5 cubic feet of space. Subaru offers the EyeSight suite of driver assistance techs as standard with all the trim configurations of the Outback, and buyers will be impressed with that. Being a family wagon, the feature like forward collision warning, automated emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, and lane departure warning coming in as standard is a boon. The blind spot monitoring system and rear cross-traffic alert could also be at lower trims if you opt for the optional packages. Even though the 2023 model hasn't been crash tested, the outgoing 2022 model received top-notch scores in both the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and Insurance Institute for Highway Safety crash tests. Coming with 2 different engine options, depending on the trim you opt for, we highly recommend you go with the turbocharged motor offered with the higher trims. The base 2.5-liter naturally aspirated flat-4 engine mated to the CVT automatic transmission and symmetrical all-wheel drive drivetrain feels very lethargic and takes its sweet time to reach highway speed. Push hard on the throttle from a standstill, and the Outback with the less powerful motor feels very strained from the get-go. The low-end torque is dull, and the engine sounds coarse as the revs climb. The CVT with simulated gear shifts isn't meant for the driving enthusiasts either. 0 to 60 miles per hour takes 8.5 seconds, and the quarter-mile run can be done in 16.7 seconds. We have always loved the Outback for its decent driving dynamics without compromising one bit on the ride quality, and the same ethos is carried forward to this model year as well. The suspension absorbs even the most enormous potholes and never jostles the passengers. As a result, you could take the crossover on the country roads, highways, and off-road terrains without batting an eyelid. The precise steering, well-calibrated suspension system, and coveted symmetrical all-wheel drive system ensure you have enough grip while taking corners. The body roll and understeer are well under control. The Subaru Outback is one of the few station wagons out there, and it looks very different from the SUVs you would typically spot plying on the American roads. The rugged exterior of the Outback is highlighted by the black cladding, beautifully incorporated LED headlights and taillights, and the revised front bumper and grille, all of which helps in making it look more macho. If you get the mid-spec wilderness trim, the Outback looks even better with many subtle upgrades like the gold accents and the beautiful 18-inch alloy wheels, giving it more than enough character. Compared to the SUV segment's rivals, this car will turn heads when out on the open roads. It also gets the best in class length, height, and ground clearance, giving it the look of a car from the segment above. The fuel efficiency offered by this flat-4 turbocharged motor under the hood of the Outback is not as bad as we expected. It can do 23 miles per gallon in the city and 30 miles per gallon on the highway, equating to a combined fuel efficiency rating of 26 miles per gallon. With an 18.5-gallon fuel tank capacity, the tank range is better than all the rivals. However, if you want even better gas mileage, the base 2.5-liter naturally aspirated motor is the one to get, as it could do 26 miles per gallon in the city and 33 miles per gallon on the highway. This SUV has two different infotainment systems based on the trim you opt for. The lowest two trims come with a more minor 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system and all the relevant features like Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Sirius XM radio, navigation, and voice recognition. The bigger 11.6-inch infotainment gets all these features. The more extensive infotainment system is reasonably slick and intuitive, with multiple knobs and buttons. We love the large icons and the lack of any major learning curve offered by this system. The top-of-the-line limited and touring trims get the excellent 12-speaker Harman Kardon audio system, and the audio quality is exceptional for the segment. The warranty coverage and reliability of the Subaru Outback are not as impressive as the rivals from Honda, Toyota, and Hyundai lineup. However, it turned out to be quite similar to the Volvo V60 Cross Country and Audi A4 All-Road, both of which are priced significantly higher than the Outback and belong to the premium segment. The Outback comes with 3 years or 36,000 miles of the limited warranty and 5 years or 60,000 miles of powertrain warranty. There is no complimentary maintenance on offer. Regarding reliability, the outgoing 2022 model received many customer complaints, which is not the case with the rivals. J.D. Power also scored a mediocre 71 in the quality and reliability section. Thankfully, it received no recalls. The braking of the Outback is handled by the ventilated 12.4-inch front rotors and 11.8 rotors at the rear. Other braking features like ABS with EBD, automated emergency braking, hill hold control, and brake assist are standard too. We found the brake pedal to be firm, and it also offered more than enough feedback to the driver. The brakes do not feel grabby, and we loved the initial bite and progression it offers. Ventilated rotors also mean that the heat dissipation is excellent and the brake fade is minimal. The front-end dive was lower than expected, especially considering the 3,896 pounds curb weight. The car doesn't feel twitchy under hard braking either. The flat 4 motors from the Subaru stable have never been renowned for their refinement. Even though the refinement level offered by the engines that reside under the hood of the Outback wasn't as good as the Honda CR-V, Hyundai Tucson, and Toyota RAV4, it will not be a deal-breaker. The motor sounds rough as you give the revs, and many more vibrations can be felt through the pedals. The wind and tire noise were on the higher side, especially when equipped with the 18-inch wheels. Sound deadening is not as good as the rivals, which could be noticed by the louder external noises creeping into the cabin.